The bad boys from the Street Fighter series are back for more fisticuffs of fury. 18 different combatants, some old and some new, are here to lay claim to the title World's Best. Scream and Move is like Ken's Dragon Punch, Aiden's Jaguar Tooth, and M. Bison's Somersault Skull Driver will blow you away. Play alone or pummel a friend in two players simultaneous action. This ain't no cakewalk. This is Street Fighter Alpha 2, and it's blazing on your Super NES. And yeah, spoiler alert, Street Fighter Alpha 2 from Capcom, released in 1996, the space year 1996, also known as Street Fighter 02 in Japan, part of the Street Fighter Alpha franchise. And I'm gonna tell you, I never really played much of this one. I don't even think it was around in my area when I would have been playing Street Fighter games. It's originally released for the CPS2 arcade hardware by Capcom. It's a sequel and a remake of Alpha Warrior's Dreams, which is itself a prequel to Street Fighter 2 in terms of plot and setting. Here's something I've never understood. Why do fighting games, why do Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat-y fighting games need like canon timeline? They don't. They really, really don't. It features a number of improvements over the original, such as new attack stages, endings, and gameplay. It was followed by Street Fighter Alpha 3. Well, that would make sense then, wouldn't it? Retains most of the new features introduced in the original Alpha, such as 3-level super combo gauge, alpha counters, air blocking, and fall breaking. The main new feature is the custom combo system, or original combo in Japan, because it was original there and then it was customized for here, I guess, which replaces the chain combos from the first Alpha. If the super combo gauge is on 1 or above, you can initiate a custom combo pressing 2 punch buttons and a kick, or 1 punch button and 2 kicks. You can then perform any series of basic and special moves to create a custom combo until the timer gauge at the bottom of the screen runs out. The characters Guy and Jen can still perform chain combos, but only to a limited extent. Additionally, each character now has 2 alpha counters instead of just 1 that can be performed with a kick button and another with a punch button. I don't know what half of that means. The game brings back all 13 characters from the original Alpha, with M. Bison, Akuma, and Dan now being immediately selectable. In addition to the Alpha roster, Alpha 2 includes Dhalsim and Zangief, both from Street Fighter 2, Jen, an assassin from the original Street Fighter 2, Rolento, a member of the Mad Gear Gang who is in Final Fight, and newcomer Sakura, a Japanese schoolgirl who takes up street fighting after witnessing one of Ryu's battles. According to the Capcom senior planner Shinji Mikami, we were trying to get the balance of Alpha 2 right. We only concentrated on Alpha 2. That's the one that's important. We don't really have to get the actual same damage as Alpha. And Alpha 2, these are all sentences. In Alpha 2, some new characters are introduced in order to maintain the game balance rate and increase the damage for the normal hits. Because why wouldn't you? In addition, this time for Alpha 2, we wanted to focus on the importance of the normal hits and not just the specials. It was first unveiled in 1996 at the AOU show in Tokyo. Reviewer for Next Gen gave the arcade version 3 out of 5. That's reduced Saturn and PlayStation ports. Super NES version was much less well received, with reviews commenting on the sound quality is exceptionally poor, the animation is choppy, and the overambitious graphics caused the game to play at an agonizingly slow speed, compounded by bouts of slowdown when performing special moves. I didn't notice any of that. Sean Smith and Dan Su of Electronic Gaming Monthly deemed it the worst Street Fighter game for the Super NES. Most critics were more forgiving, concluding that despite the port's flaws, it was a decent buy for gamers who did not own a Saturn or PlayStation. I guess we should mention this was available for the arcade, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, Saturn, SNES, and Windows. And yeah, let's see. SNES All Game gave it 3 out of 5, CVG gave it 4 out of 5, EGM gave it 21 out of 40, Game Fan gave it 228 out of 300, Games Master gave it an 87%. It's no Street Fighter 2. I didn't really see the need for Turbo myself. I think I'd rather play this than Turbo, just because this is at least different enough. The art style is different, for sure, which, you know, I'd take it or leave it. I like the bigger sprites from the original, but I don't think there's anything wrong with Alpha 2, personally.